Welcome to MeepleTown Live.
That's not how we kick things off. This is a podcast. This is ridiculous.
Kick it off. Kick it off.
I'm looking to see.
Stop saying that's not how we kick things off, then you don't even do anything.
I'm trying to get on the Facebook first. It won't let me load up on the Facebook.
You're supposed to say what episode it is and all that stuff.
We're not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that.
He's ruining it.
Okay, now I'm on here. Hey, ready for that? Ready for it?
Whatever.
Hello, residents of MeepleTown. This is Dean.
Johnny, I forgot. Snow.
And today we are going to be talking about some games we've been playing lately. We're going to review Space Base and Grand Austria Hotel. Then we're going to be doing a pick six for our live episode number 67.
Yes. How about that?
Now we wait for the end.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming down to MeepleTown. I just stole your thunder right then. Gosh, what's going on? All right.
Are we waiting for the music?
No. If you were here right now, MeepleTown, you would see Dean. This is just not as much fun whenever you're actually here right now.
Hey, can I say, you're
with his snowman outfit on? How about that? Look at this. You're over on the side. Come over here, Dean.
Stop that. There's not enough room. There's not enough room for that. I've got to have my computer and all this stuff over here. Hey, you know what?
Hey, we got Roy saying MeepleTown. Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
We got some folks popping in here.
Hey, you know what? I am not a multitasker. Do you know that about me, John?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I am a single tasker. And here's what I think, John. Being a multitasker is a myth. I don't
hello.
I didn't need it for the comment. I was saying to everybody on there. I'm not a multitasker, and I don't think anybody is. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I don't think anybody can effectively do multiple things at a time. So here I am. I'm on a podcast. I'm going to be looking at my computer for information, also on Facebook Live and YouTube Live to do things.
What's up, Ryan? Yeah. So far, this is so far so bad, you think?
No, we're crushing it. This is how you do it.
Dean,
take notes, people.
Dean, why were you dressed like a snowman, though, real quick?
It is snowy time in Middle Tennessee.
We got some snow in Middle Tennessee.
A decent amount, actually.
Dean went in the snow to make some, I'm not going to say it.
Snow cream?
Yeah.
Did you have to rhyme?
I was going to say urine. Pee.
What?
Well, I mean, that was rhyming.
That's not... rhyming is one thing. Making sense is a totally other thing.
What's up?
Hey, everybody. We're still giving people a chance to get on here, but we can still talk about...
I think we just dive in. Things.
Come on. Well, we dive into a poll, and John didn't do a poll, so I don't know what to do.
Here's the thing.
Talk about snow,
One thing that's happening right now, y'all, right now, we are competing against, if you are not in America, if you're in America, you probably know. If you're not, we're competing against the NCAA football national championship.
Take that, national championship game.
In your face. We don't even care. Let's go.
No.
We'll go toe to toe.
Are we worried about viewers? No.
Nah.
Well, I'm worried about us stealing viewers from them.
Yeah, we kind of didn't. I need to put this to the side a little bit. We kind of forgot about that, honestly. And then I told Dean, and then we just said, who cares? Let's go. Look at this. My pantyhose.
Are you in Alabama?
I gotta run in my hose right here. You see that?
Are you an Alabama fan or a fan of that other college playing in the game?
Oh, okay. I'm a Tennessee fan, which means
Andrew.
That literally the team that I like the least is Alabama. But if you're an Alabama fan out there, then I'm still friends with you.
You know what my least favorite team is? The other team playing in the game. So John and
Ohio State, because he's a Michigan fan.
I'm not even going to say it. We don't say it.
Hey, let me reveal something amazing.
All right.
Watch this, MeepleTown. If you've been watching our videos, watch this killer reveal with my remote control.
I don't think it's that big of
Boom! Look how amazing that looks. And it's really good for the podcast because everyone on the podcast can see that.
You know, it'd be amazing.
I can change the colors.
An amazing reveal would have been like a hologram coming up with our MeepleTown logo and like rotating, like Stark Towers or something along those lines.
Look at that. Look at those colors changing like that.
Oh, it's party time in MeepleTown. What? Oh no! I was gonna make a Homestar Runner joke. What's the Homestar Runner? Do you remember when they do the party at Homestar? You remember the Homestar Runner videos? Somebody help me out here.
I don't. Someone out there.
Dun, or something, but I can't remember what the system is down. That's it. The system is down. right?
System of a Down.
No, the system is down. Is that right?
Hey, look at my wife. She says she can't find the football game, so she guesses she'll watch this. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, Larissa. I can't even get back to the color I want to get to. There we go. That's what I want to get to.
That being said, it wouldn't be awful if somebody kept us updated on the score of the game. I don't have that on my computer.
That's true.
That would overload the system, but we can't have that. The system is down. The system
I don't
is
even
down.
know what you're talking about.
Dun-dun-dun. You ever watch Homestar Runner?
No. Does anybody ever
watch Homestar Runner? Millions of people. Yes.
Look at that. The future of glorious Technicolor. That's what we are. If you're listening to the podcast, whenever it's just a podcast, not the live episode, just want to let you know that we have a light that is glowing from behind our table, and it can even change colors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we know.
Like, it can just go color after color after color after color. And it's pretty epically not that exciting, actually.
No, it's not. I mean,
it's pretty mediocre.
Would you say most people have own or have seen an LED light?
What?
Oh, the score is
hi from Canada.
0-0. Thanks,
Devin.
Ryan.
Hey, that's cool. Hi from Canada. All right, 0-0. All right, so do we want to go ahead and just start talking about a couple games that we've been playing, and then you think so?
Yeah, let's do that.
MeepleTown. This is what we want to know, though. We want to know what you've been playing lately. So we're going to talk about a couple games we've been playing lately, and after we're done with that, we're going to pull up some of your comments and stuff. So,
yeah. All right.
Go ahead, Deanie.
Me first. All right. I'm going to talk about a game that John cares absolutely nothing about. I taught this game to John, actually. Didn't I, John?
You taught the regular version. Yes.
I'm going to talk about both of these. I don't know if I talked about this recently, but we're going to talk about Strike. We're going to talk about gladiators in an arena, or we're going to be talking about wizards in an arena. We're talking about Strike and Harry Potter Strike. Okay? John cares nothing about this, but let me tell you, this game has been a hoot in my house these days.
Does anyone care about Strike? Just want to let you know.
My goodness.
If you like it, shout it out.
They have tournaments at conventions.
I know people like Strike.
Where they have thousands upon thousands of people in the Coliseum watching these battles happen. In Strike, you have dice, and you're going to be throwing dice into an arena one at a time, and you're going to be knocking other dice around. And basically what happens, if any X's show up, they're going to go away. If you have any pair, or if you have any matches in there, so if I have like 2 2s and then like 3 3s pop up in there, all of them are going to come into my pile. All I'm trying to do is eliminate everybody else and have dice at the end of the game. Wait,
the word
something
pile,
funny? Chuckles?
The word pile is just kind of gross.
Okay. All right.
Is there ever a pile of something pleasant?
Is
that ever used? Do in the English language, do we ever say there's a pile of this and there's something pleasant?
Yeah, there's like in the fall, you have a leaf pile
that's
that
true.
You jump into.
That's good.
Okay.
Nailed it.
I wasn't very hard. I'm sure I could come up with lots of other things.
No, there's not. That's the only
one.
Like
I have a pile of money in the corner over there.
Oh, no, never mind. That's another one.
Money?
No, that's another good one. I was giving you props.
So Harry Potter Strike is similar in the way that you play, except each of the dice faces has a different ability. Basically, it's called a spell, but really, all it does is when it lands on certain things, it changes how the game plays out. So one of them, instead of taking the dice out, they're actually locked into the arena, which is bad. You don't want that because you can't take them out into your side. There's one that will let you take out the ones that you have and then stack the rest of the dice up. There's one that will let you take an extra die. It just changes the rules, and it's slightly changes the rules. I like this, but it took my wife and I like a couple of games to play this to really figure out what was happening. And we've played Strike a lot, but to figure out what all of the different dice do, you have to keep staring at the rule book. And do you
like that, or do you not like that?
No. Well, I don't like that, but I did like the game once we figured it out. We played it 7 times, I think. And the first probably 3 times we were like, I don't know about this. But then the more we played, I thought it was fun. I don't know. If you're a big Strike fan, I think that maybe you'll want to get this if you also like Harry Potter. But if you're looking at the store, they have both of these, I think, at Target. At least I know they have Strike at Target. Okay. If you're at the store and you're like, I need to pick one of these up, but I've never played either one of them.
Get the regular.
I think the regular one's the way to go. And then see if you like the other, then see if you like that. But Harry Potter introducing that to new people might be a bit much. It might get kind of annoying trying to remember what all of the different dice do. Maybe.
I don't know. I've never played it. I don't know.
You played Strike though.
Yeah, I've played Strike.
And you don't like Strike.
It's okay.
Strike is a fun game.
I was disappointed in Strike.
It would have been like my top. It was in my top 10.
Some people are really hype on that game. Yeah, and you did have it in your top 10.
You know, on SNL when you have the like the NPR ladies when they're like,
yes,
they're sitting next to each other, and then we won't use the jokes that they make because family friendly show. Everybody,
it is a family friendly show.
I've been playing Strike.
All right, so here's a game that I've been playing lately, especially with all the political stuff that's been going around. We might as well play a political game. What do you think, Dean?
Hold on.
Because we talk about politics.
Hey, Devin, what did you think of Pan Am? I've been thinking.
We're supposed to do that after we talk about our. You're interrupting mine.
I want him to respond, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, that's good.
Go ahead,
Devin. Respond to what you thought.
You don't.
I don't know why I felt like I had to say that again.
Devin, you don't have to. It's not like
was that kind of mean. Like,
arguing parents, like giving you permission.
Devin, you can do it now. Okay.
Wow, right, Devin, do not put anything in that comment. Don't you do it. All right. What have you been playing?
Who? Watergate. How about that, Dean? Dean, Watergate has been on my radar for, I don't know, a while, right, Dean? We've talked about it so many times, have we not?
Yes,
hey,
but you've not played it before.
We should play this. Hey, I would like to play this. And so I finally got to play it last week sometime, right? And in Watergate, I mean, it's a tug of war game. And I have to admit, I'm getting more into tug of war games. For a while, I was not liking them. Now, I'm starting to like them a little bit. But it's a tug of war game where someone's Nixon, someone's the editor, and you're trying to figure out, pin it on old Nixon, and Nixon's trying to weasel his way out of it. Right, Dean? That's the game.
That's exactly right.
You draw hands of cards, and the thing I like about Watergate is, how many cards are there in each deck, Dean?
21, I think. It's 20 something.
Okay. They're all different. And I love that about it, right? It's not the same old. And every time you draw up a hand, you've got to figure out how to use this hand the best for this particular round. And it's a very, very good game. I don't want to talk about it in too much detail because we actually might do another review, like a more in-depth. A showdown is what we've talked about doing. But I was like thoroughly impressed. I took it home. Hey, baby, what do you think about it? Give me a little comment, baby Rue.
Who are you talking to?
My wife. I'm talking to my wife right now.
Well, she's not here, so.
Yeah, she's right there in the camera, though.
She's in the Okay. It's interesting to me that those type of games, how there's so many different ones. Like you have Twilight Struggle and 13 Days and that, and like all those other campaign type games that just use the cards. We got Board Game Gumbo here. We got that use the cards. And they're used really similarly, right? But they all play out, at least the ones I've played out, they play differently. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, I was talking to, JD might be on here right now. One of my friends that, we met with a quick board game trade. And now we talk all the time. He said that every time he plays Watergate, he's like, dadgummit, I can never win with Nixon. Nixon's deck's the worst. And then when he plays the editor, he's like, dadgummit, why can't I ever win with the editor? He's just talking about how well balanced that game is. It's super well balanced, but you're always like, I can't do exactly not always, but a lot of times I can't do exactly what I want. Maybe those cards are better, but they're not. It's super well balanced, I think.
Yeah, I'm really interested. One of the things that we're talking about showing down with Watergate is 13 Days. Which I've played probably. I definitely have played it more than Watergate.
There's JD.
I'm interested for you to play that.
Watergate is the bomb.
I think my prediction, John, is that you will like Watergate better than 13 Days, but But I don't know. It's still really good. 13 Days. We also got Shores of Tripoli, which is kind of in that realm, and I'm looking forward to playing that one too.
All right, Board Game Gumgo. What am I doing? Board Game Gumbo. Board Game Gumbo, say that 5 times fast, says Watergate top 5 2-player game ever. I get it. I absolutely get it. For real. What does my wife say? It's okay. My lovely wife. As soon as I said wife, that was I started that off bad. She's wonderful.
Hey, before we start talking about what other people play, let me just go ahead and say this. I'm going to
let me just say this real quick. Dean talked about Words Are Hard. Thanks, Matthew. Dean talked about a game and no one commented on it because it's complete garbage. I bring up a game that I've been playing lately, and now the comments are flying off the shelf. I just want to make that point. Ryan says Watergate's really good, 8 out of 10. That's about where I'm at right now, Ryan. I want to play it even some more. Matthew says Watergate sounds a bit like Twilight Struggle. Yes.
Much lighter, by the way.
But yes, and
much lighter.
I haven't played Twilight Struggle in a really long time. And so that's, Matthew, that's why was interested in this game, but a little concerned that I might not like it. I did not like Twilight Struggle, but I wasn't just like, yes, it was just okay. Like I thought
the card play in that is pretty much the same thing.
yeah,
right.
But this is way simpler, a lot more
Yes.
streamlined, and you play this in like 30 minutes to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's so I would say if you didn't like that, you can still absolutely try it. Wouldn't you, Dean?
Yeah.
Absolutely try Watergate. And if you like Twilight Struggle, you might want something that's a little bit shorter. This actually makes me want to go play Twilight Struggle again, though. I'll say.
I've only played the app, and I've enjoyed it. I just don't, it's definitely not my favorite. So Board Game Gumbo, let me make a plug real fast because I feel, BJ from Board Game Gumbo does this all the time, this live thing all the time, and crushes it. So, maybe he's judging us. You think he's judging us?
No, we're getting rated at the end of this.
Okay. All right.
On how
Watergate
poorly we did.
Watergate is a top 5 2-player game for him of all time. Do you think MeepleTown Live might make a top 5 live shows on YouTube and Facebook Live? I think that's what we're going for.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know what you were going for.
I don't know. All right.
Hey, Johnny Theme Park's gonna do the top 200 Disney themed games. Absolutely not. But Dean and BJ did do a video on that. Did you all not? Because they like Disney a lot, and I am okay with Disney.
We definitely did. Yes.
All right, played Watergate with my mom, who really isn't a gamer, but a history buff. Did your mom like it?
Interesting. Okay.
Did your mom like it?
That's what I like about those games. 13 Days the same way, but they all have like those, the history on the card, the lessons on the card, the little, the flavor text that goes on there. And then like, I think Watergate and 13 Days both do this, but in the rule book, and Shores of Tripoli does this. Shores of Tripoli actually has a separate book to talk about the history of what you're playing through. And so do all those other games. I really like, they have the information in the rule book about that. I think it's cool.
Yes.
All right. I want to hear what other people have been playing.
All right. So let's go back, and there's still some comments there, but hey, we're going to keep commenting. All right. So let's go back to where probably right here, Andrew Graham. I think that's where it started. No. Royce.
Okay.
Yeah, leave us we don't get that. Okay. So you can go ahead.
The West Kingdom Tome Saga and It's a Wonderful World. Ooh.
Royce, what do you think about the Tome Saga?
The whole Tome Saga. How long does that take? That's what I want to know.
I mean, he didn't say he played it all in one night.
No, that's what he said.
I didn't even click on that. That was
Don't
dumb.
you have to?
You got to pull the comment up.
Or do you? I don't even know how it works. I just know you're playing all the games together, and like there's things that carry over from game to game.
You play through them. You start with
each game though, right?
Yeah, it's not like one giant board, 3 board games on the table.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh, that's exactly what you're saying. You're like, what do you mean?
I said you play through them, meaning like in like sequential order. You play one, and then something carries over from that one into the next one, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a Wonderful World. Oh, It's a Wonderful. What is that new one coming out?
Kingdom.
2-player. It's a Wonderful.
Anyone
universe.
excited about that? I am, because I really like It's a Wonderful World.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I didn't love It's a Wonderful World at 2 players, so that's what makes me more excited about Kingdom, I think.
So Royce says that he can get it done in about 5 to 6 hours at 2 players. That's cool. So you could go through it.
5 to 6 hours, the whole Tome Saga.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. By the way, Board Game Gumbo says we're at 7.75 right now. That's not bad.
Ooh.
I'll take it. If we talk Disney, we go to 10 out of 10.
Oh, we can talk Disney.
I'll stay at 7.
We talk Harry Potter. That's close. Right?
I'm happy with 7.75.
Actually, we may have just lost a point by saying Harry Potter was close to Disney. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Andrew Graham just tried Orleans for the first time the other night. It exceeded his expectations. Tried Intrigue, made it even better. True. Looking forward to trying Altiplano. Yes.
Tell you what, Andrew, you've already peaked out on those bag builders. So just stop at Orleans. Don't move on to Altiplano.
Oh,
You're fine.
No.
You're fine.
Or Altiplano, do it.
Do it.
You might like Orleans better. I mean, a lot of people do. I feel like sometimes like I'm in the minority there, but I definitely like Altiplano better. But Orleans is a great game. It's a fun game.
All right, now we got to find out what Devin said.
Devin said Pan Am, Wingspan. I want to play Railroad Inc.
Treating Devin like our stepchild on the show.
Devin, we need you. What'd you think about
what Devin?
Did he respond on that?
He did.
He did.
He said that it was the.
I gotta find it in the comments.
The 7th round.
There we go.
The 7th round card that came out.
What we talked about.
Burned him. We definitely did talk about that because that can be for me, that was the negative on the game that I really, really liked. Like Pan Am was one of my favorite games of the year, but that 7th round, it can be frustrating if you don't get the right thing to come out.
Yep. We had 2 out of the 4 were kind of. I mean, you can prep for them the best you can, but. It is what it is.
Yeah, but overall, the gameplay itself, I think I really, really like Pan Am.
Yep. I
It's
think so.
actually, hey, if you're interested in Pan Am, I've
good.
seen it a lot for like $23, $24 on Amazon and where was I? Target had it for like $23, $24. That is a steal for that game, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a great game for that. Yes. I want to stand corrected that Matthew did comment. You did have one comment on Strike, Dean. So I just want to make sure that was.
Thanks, Matthew.
Yeah.
BJ is the reigning champion. BJ from Board Game Gumbo is the reigning champion. No, not reigning champion. Former champion of Strike.
Interesting.
Worldwide.
What?
World champion.
No. You're just making that up right now.
I mean, do you know of any other Strike tournament out there other than the one they did at, I think it was Gen Con?
Did he win it?
Yeah, I think so.
BJ won it?
I mean, yeah.
Are you serious?
I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
I'm impressed though.
For BJ, it is.
It doesn't matter if there's a tournament with 8 people and you win. That's like pretty good. I mean, you're the best out of 8 people. And
Just
I'm sure
kidding.
there's a lot more than that there.
It is a big deal.
All right. So Matthew says he's been playing. Hey, Matthew, how do you like New York Zoo? He says New York Zoo, Pipeline, Wingspan, Oceana, Mystic Vale. That's pretty clever. Viscounts. Let us know what you thought about. I'm just curious about New York Zoo. Got a couple capstone games there with that in Pipeline.
So I was listening to Secret Cabal and they were talking about New York Zoo. And I think with having not played it, I've not played New York Zoo. I think I'm the UFA, the Polyomino games. As much as I want to try New York Zoo, I don't know if I need any more. Is it that different? Maybe it is. I don't know.
That's kind of how dude. I'm like UFA to the max fan, but I'm not that interested in that game.
Yeah.
So anyways. All right. So what about Shores of Tripoli? We have some comments about that.
I don't know yet. We haven't played it yet. We got it.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. I thought you got a chance.
No.
Okay.
John and I will review that at some point. That what I was saying is potentially that will be a review that we have when we do the showdown with Watergate and 13 Days. Maybe we'll see. We haven't really planned that fully out yet, but I would imagine there will be something on the podcast about that.
So it is true. He was the 2019 champion. How about that? Or the champion. Even better. How about that? 60 people, 2 years of training, thousands of hours of practice. Wow. That's good. You beat 60 people.
You do a tutorial video on how to play this game? Like not how to play it, but like how to be a champion in Strike. I want to see that.
I'm impressed by that.
Lick your wrist, like training wrist exercises to throw the die in there.
I don't know. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's do one more, and then we'll start with our first quick review. And these reviews that we're doing, we want you all to join in with us. So here we go. Played 3 games of Fields of Arle, and then some Spirit Island next week. How about that?
When I first saw that, I thought it was last night, and I was like, "What,
dude? That would be like an all-nighter right there."
Oh my goodness, my brain would be totally shot. But Fields of Arle and Spirit Island are excellent games. Top 50 for both.
I would love to sit down and play some games. We would do some good together. All right,
you clever swine. I'm
New York Zoo was interesting, is what Matthew said.
What?
Matthew said that New York Zoo was interesting. Nifty little race game. We enjoyed it. That's how I feel. I feel like if I play it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's cool. And then I'll probably never play it that much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not. Maybe it's really good.
I don't think I'm fully over Polyomino games necessarily. I just want to see them used in different things, I think. Hey, my sister's on here.
That's what I was gonna
okay.
I was looking at you.
Okay.
Look at that. Dean's sister. How about that?
Oh, she said don't compare Harry Potter to Disney. Sorry about that.
Ooh. All right, you want to do it? You want to lead us off?
Okay, what are we doing? We're talking about Space Base. We're going to do our review of Space Base. Space Base is a game that John had never played until we started prepping for this review. In Space Base, you each have your own fleet of ships, which are cards. And if you've ever played Machikoro, you're going to understand the rules to this very well. But basically, you are going to, on your turn, roll 2 dice, and you are going to match up those dice numbers. Stop that. It's weird when you do it for the podcast, but then when people can actually see it on the video, makes it...
I'm just trying to make Dean...
Not that you've ever done that.
If you're not on the podcast. You're telling our secrets.
That is not...
I'm playing with Dean's zipper. I'm raising it and lowering it up and down. His jacket zipper.
My goodness gracious.
His jacket zipper. Let's make that perfectly clear.
Lord.
And I'm dancing with Technicolor lights behind to see if he can do a board game explanation while I do that.
No, keep talking.
Continue.
Keep digging your hole. Lord, bear me strength. All right, so Basically, in this game, you're going to roll 2 dice, and you are going to either add those numbers together, or you're going to do them separately to trigger cards in your tableau. You have cards numbered 1 through 12. And so if I roll a 3 and a 6, I can either trigger my 9 or my 3 and my 6. And those will give you money. They'll give you a boost in your income. They might give you victory points or different special abilities. And what you're trying to do is race to 40 points from those cards. Now, as you're triggering those cards, you're also going to be buying cards. That's what you use money for, to buy cards to put them into those different slots. So you're building this engine up. Your fleet is building up. And so now, like if I trigger my 9 later on in the game, I might be able to have a really good card in that slot that's going to give me several points for each time that triggers. Also, as I'm putting those cards into that slot, the other ones are going to go up to the top of the board so that when John rolls the dice, then I will be able to trigger the cards that are upside down on the top of my board. So again, in the 9 example, if I have like 3 or 4 cards in my 9 slot, every one of those are going to trigger. First one to 40 points wins the game. Space Base. Now, John, you have never played Machikoro. I want to go ahead and say that right off the bat.
Never played it. Not really, because I don't really want to. But I'm okay. I mean, I would be okay with it.
Yeah, Machikoro is the mechanisms in that game are a lot like that. And Machikoro was kind of like a simpler version of Catan. I mean, really, essentially, that's what it is. You're rolling dice, and then whatever you have buildings on, you're going to be triggering those things. It's kind of Space Base is essentially kind of that Catan mechanism as well.
I'm clicking through some of these comments if you're live, so just so you know.
As soon as that's fantastic. John opens his mouth.
As soon as you say it's a family show,
then we get a rating that is higher than family.
The weird thing is it doesn't. I don't even mean to. It's just those things follow me for some reason.
Okay, I have to say something. All right, I don't know if my family's on right now. I don't think they are. I got to say something that has nothing to do with that. We were building snowmen in the yard today, and my 5-year-old names the snowman. You want to guess what he names it?
What?
He names it Mr. Shatty Pants. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm not somebody who swears. I'm not somebody who says curse words, like really ever.
It's true. I've never heard you.
No. I think it was just, I think this sounds cool, so I'm going to name him Mr. Shatty Pants. I lost it. And then I said, hey, buddy, why don't you go tell mom what the name of the snowman is? And then she falls into the snow laughing. It was Space Base.
I had a conversation with my 10-year-old today I can't talk about on this.
Okay.
It has to do with procreation.
Okay.
Something he was watching on TV, and he was like, what is that? And I'm like, well, let's just talk about it.
Is MeepleTown After Hours here?
That's exactly right.
So start off with the art and components.
Yeah.
I was told that Machikoro replaced Monopoly for a lot of people.
Wow. How about that? How about that comment?
Probably.
The art and components are fine. Nothing that I'm like super. I'm just gonna. Hey, get the box out, dude.
Oh, hey, by the way, it's so far away.
This is when we go.
Oh man, this is gonna be yes. It was supposed to be sitting next to me, and it's not. Okay, you need to know that this is the command station. I'm gonna put it back here. It's the bigger box. There we go.
Get your notes off there. It looks sloppy.
Machikoro.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, that's not going to show up on the podcast. Okay. Yeah. So keep in mind, John.
The podcast is, hold up a second. That was just a bunch of blank nonsense, wasn't it? Was I not even saying anything right then? I was reading comments, I think. There might be a black hole of nothingness for like 30 seconds there.
Yeah, this is why this is not good for the podcast.
Okay.
It's not good for YouTube either. All right.
It's fine.
So
that's fine.
I like Machikoro art better myself. With the command station, it actually adds a bunch of dice. So all those dice that we were using, the different colored sparkly dice that we had, those are not in the base game. The base game, if I remember right, it's been a while since I've just had the base game, but I think it has I think it just has 2 dice, if I remember right. Like you're just passing the 2 dice around instead of everyone having their own, which is nice. Command station is essentially a box with sleeves and a couple other things and dice. You don't care about that?
No.
So art and components. Honestly, I don't love the art. in this game.
It's fine.
I don't. But the gameplay. What about the gameplay?
Well, I was actually here's why I was excited to play this game, because Niels from Funtails, he's part of the Funtails team, and he joined us in our, what year did this come out, Dean? 2018, I think. I don't know. I think it was 2018. Anyways,
it was 2018. That's
look
right.
at that. Okay, he joined with us. We did our top 10 games of 2018, and this was his number one. And like, I think Niels and I like a lot of the similar games, so I was like, cool. I'm like really super ready to play this game. And Dean and I were playing it, and I was like, okay, is this it? Is this the game? Like, it's fine. I mean, I like how you can do the engine building. I think it's cool how you roll the dice and then you're building. Dean, like Dean mentioned earlier, he's got his engine building to where when I roll, he gets to use them, right? Like, you get to use your cards that you have, the ones that have been flipped over. That's clever. That's fun. But I just feel like it's a lot of this the same thing over and over and over again, and you're just kind of building it up. I don't know. We're doing pretty quick reviews, so we're not going into great details. But I'm just going to be honest with you. I thought it was
a good positive.
I thought
review.
it was okay. Like, it was nothing to write home. I understand, by the way, why people like this game a lot, because I think it's a simple to teach, great game for just like teaching people how to do engine building games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's really brilliant for that, actually. So I totally get why people like it, and they like it a lot. It just wasn't really my jam. I was just kind of like pretty disappointed.
Yeah. So with this one, now what you need to know is getting into this game. This is a lighter game. Okay. It's heavier than Machikoro, but it's still a lighter game. It's weighted at a 2.12 on Board Game Geek. And the mechanisms are very simple, and it is very simple engine building, but I still really like the gameplay of it. I think the way that some of the cards work off of each other, like the thing I really like.
That's probably the best part.
So like, if let's say I have this card that has a cube on it, I didn't mention this, but you might have some cards and you can get some cubes on there, and then you can take that cube off to use it at another time. So let's say I roll a 6, okay? And I have a cube on a card that lets me remove that cube to move that one die, to move that, to go up to the next ship. And then the next ship might have an arrow on that says it triggers this one, and this one triggers. Like, I really like that, because what you can do is you can set it up, and this is what I kind of like to do if I can, like set it up so that all your cards basically are pointing at one card that's going to give you like 9 points or something like that. Now it's not always feasible to be able to do that, because you're not going to be able to see all the cards that you need, but it's really cool that you can do that, and I like it quite a bit. And I like being able to build up the engine at the top, so it's not just things that are happening on your turn, but it's also happening on other turns, so you're engaged the entire time, right? And again, this is a lighter game, so it's not like heavy engine building or anything like that, but for the simplicity of this game and the mechanisms, because it's similar to what Catan is. Again, if I'm saying Catan, for a lot of people it might be like, okay, I'm done with this game, but it's not Catan at all. But the comparison is you roll dice and it triggers that thing where you roll the dice for. That same thing that happens to Catan happens in this one, but you can manipulate what's going on the board, and you can choose whether it's both dice together or both dice separate. And so I like this one. I think this one's a lot of fun.
You like it quite a bit
for what it is. Yeah. I like Machikoro and played it quite a bit when it first came out. When this came out, this definitely replaced it for me. I still have this. I still have Machikoro because we still like it. My wife and I still play that sometimes, but I think Space Base is the way to go. Also, we're talking about the base game with that command station, but you've not played Shy Pluto, but I don't know if that's really going to change, how you feel about this game, the fact that you don't love it.
Yeah. Yep.
Will it? Is there, because it's simplicity, I guess, is that kind of it? Is it because you got destroyed?
Well, I was gonna say, destroyed. I was going to say that I was literally about to say Dean is way better than me at this game, so that's probably why I don't like it that much. The second time,
wait for our second review. That will shift.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Big time.
But no, it's I don't know, Dean. It just didn't do anything crazy for me. It was just like, okay, that's fine. It's a little engine building, nothing super. But I think that it's packaged nicely, and I get why people like it. Like, I have no hate on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not one of those games where I'm like, I don't understand. I get it why people like it. It just wasn't that great for me. Let's see what we got some folks saying about this game. But hey, first of all, Best of Star Trek says, how come whenever new games are talked about, how about that, they disappear instantly to buy? You know why? It's because we're talking about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're moving the needle that much, John. I think.
Look at that. Boy. Look at those comments, Asmodee.
Also said, if you want to click on that one, looks like too much setup. There's not much setup for this game at all. You basically put your cards onto your tableau, onto your board, and that's it. You're ready to go after that. So the setup is super simple.
All right, so let's just get a couple comments. So Roy says that he's not a big fan either. We do have some. Let's see who else. Where are we at? Oh, there is. Ryan does say take a drink every time John says his mind isn't blown away by a game's art, because I want people to stink and blow my mind. I don't want any of this. Okay. Andrew Graham says it was just okay for him, not bad, but can be frustrating at times in similar ways to Catan. I totally agree with that. I mean, the dice rolls, I mean, of course there is in so many games, but you can get lucky dice rolls or unlucky and it can be frustrating. I know you're going to maybe bring that up on our next game too, but in here it was definitely more prevalent. Okay.
Luck on every game for sure. This is a dice rolling game. I mean, it just is. And you can get frustrated. Now, the one negative I'll say about this game, and BGF and Board Game Gobo says Space Base with Pluto is a 9 out of 10, which is really high.
We didn't play with Pluto.
We have not. Yeah. And I do have that. I picked it up, but I have not played that
short
yet.
Legacy game with awesome new rules. That's cool. I would be intrigued by that.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. Now, a negative for me is without the right cards coming out, this can be a longer game than what it needs to be.
We played one that lasted way too long, and I was just like, please, just let's get this game over with.
But if you have the right cards that come out that help with the engine that you're building, it can be pretty fast. So anyway, that's it. And it's a 2 to 5 players for the base game, and then it plays up to 7 with the expansion, if I remember right. That's with the command station. That's cool. That's great. I love that you can play that with 7. I definitely recommend this one. What is happening? What are you doing?
I'm changing my hose because they have holes in them.
You can still see them.
Yeah, but it looks a little better now.
Yeah. All right. Well, did you give it a score?
If you're on the podcast, it's my win screen. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Space Base a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. I'm
pretty good. That's good for this.
That's
this
actually,
kind of
yeah, it is
really good.
So that's
like
you're usually willing to play, but you're not quite at that like super recommending it stage, which would be 8, right?
Yeah, I'm actually probably closer to the 8 side because the negative for me is some of those games can be long, and that's really the biggest negative for me.
That's what Andrew Graham said. Great point. I think if this game was like a lot, like really short and peppy, I might like it a little bit more. I'm going to say 6 out of 10. That is, we'll play if I'm in the mood, right? That's what 6 out of 10 is, right? We'll play if I'm in the mood. So that's it. I'll play if I'm in the mood, but am I usually willing to play it? Nah, it's just, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't stand.
It's not like a horrible game by any stretch. Like I'm not like, oh, this game's stupid. It's fine.
It is funny though, because there are people who absolutely love this game.
And I understand that.
Tom Vassell, top 10 game, right? I think this was.
I know, and Niels had it as his number 1 in 2018. I understand. It's just
or top 10 for that year, maybe is what it was. But anyway, I can't remember. He had it really high. Anywho, on to the next review.
All right. So
who was it that said that you don't love art in games? Who said that? Do you remember?
That I'm always saying that I'm not blown away
Ryan.
by art.
Ryan says that. Hey, Ryan, guess who the artist is in the next game, Grand Austria Hotel? It's Clemens Franz. That might change right now. John's going to explain Grand Austria Hotel for us, and I'm going to make snide comments while he does it.
Grand Austria Hotel. Do you mind undoing my jacket zipper while I'm doing this?
I do mind, actually.
And I'll be just to try to throw me off, and I'll explain. Hey, well, hold up a second. Get that junk off the table back there. Let's put this game on there.
It's very tight quarters in MeepleTown Studios right now.
It is. Okay. So in Grand Austria Hotel, it's a victory point game. You have your own hotel, Dean. It's just thematic, right? And you have patrons that are coming to your hotel. Basically, they're going into your restaurant. You're feeding them cake. You're feeding them coffee.
Let them eat cake,
You're
John.
feeding wine. Giving them wine. You're feeding them strudel. That's the most fun, right? Just the word strudel is really fun to say. Say it.
Strudel.
Say it right now.
Strudel.
Did you have fun when you said it?
I mean,
yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. That was fun. Strudel. That's good. I like it. All right.
After you fed them what they want, maybe someone wants a wine and a coffee. Then, if you have a room prepared for them, you can send them off to beddy time, and you can say, "Hey, bye, little dwarf. Why don't you go to bed? And I'm gonna give you a little kiss on your forehead and send you off to bed, and a little pat like that, and then you can go to your bed." That is how to play it.
Okay, I gotta say, if you were at a hotel that did that, what would you do?
Oh,
You would actually.
I would like it.
I'm asking the wrong
I
person.
definitely would. It would be awesome.
I knew that answer before I even asked it. The normal person would not be okay with that.
No,
It would be like Chris Farley on Tommy Boy or on Black Sheep when they're Tommy Boy. Yeah, Tommy Boy. There we go.
So in this game, you will
Richard,
every round you're going to
happening?
take 2 dice, one at a time, and you're going to be doing things like getting strudel or opening up, preparing rooms so that you can send folks up there. There's an Emperor track that's really cool in this game. I really like the Emperor track. We could talk about that, but we're not going into great detail. Yeah, get money, just different things like that. And you're playing 7 rounds. The game's over. Whoever scores the most points wins. What do you think about the art and components?
I want to hear what you say about the art and components.
I like the art. Of course I do. I like the art, but the components are they're fine, but like the strudel and the cake and stuff, they're cubes. Now, I mean, some of them have 4 or 5, so you kind of be hard to put a lot of, big things on there, maybe. I don't know.
The upgrades that you can get for this game, okay, if I own this game, and I do not, at some point, maybe I will. And if I do, I would like to upgrade the cubes. I'll say that. And they have some really cool upgrades that I've seen on some of those, the whatever, Top Shelf Gamer or Meeple Source or one of those, both of them. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, the art is the same for a lot of these games, which is not negative. I don't mean to say that's negative. It's good. It's what you
expect.
It's what you expect.
I like it.
Yeah, it's what you expect. I would
like
say.
It.
Yeah. It's definitely good. But I don't love the components in this game. But I do love the art on the components. The cards and all of that. I really do like the art a lot. But the components are cubes, and I feel like, okay, let me say this: they just did a Kickstarter, and I don't think they are just cubes in the Kickstarter. Am I wrong about that? Or maybe there's an upgrade that you can get with the Kickstarter.
I think they might actually be just cubes. If anyone knows, let us know.
I didn't back it. I had not played it whenever this Kickstarter was going on. But,
but would you? I'm getting my phone to look it up. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. John did that. I love this game.
Oh, gameplay.
I
did predicted that you would have loved it. This had all the things that you like. You like dice drafting. You like it is kind of thematic. Would you say it's kind of thematic or no? A little bit.
It's
what was that?
Not the cards going into the rooms. It didn't really feel like.
So you don't think I got to give this lady some strudel? That's what she wants.
No, maybe we should have played that way. That would have been.
I
better
do.
For
That's
me,
what I do.
think.
Like I play the game like that.
You did do that. The take your strudel and go Betty bye. That's right. I guess you did do that. Yeah, there we go. Andrew said the Kickstarter has upgrade pack for extra. The whole campaign was pretty expensive. I know that. I don't know how much it was. Okay. So anyway, the things you said you thought I would like, I did like for sure. The dice drafting I thought was a lot of fun in this. I really enjoyed the cards, the staff cards, which are the ones that kind of give you in-game points, or the ones that change things. So like, let's say throughout the game, every time I put a green guest into a room, which is the wild card, every time I put one of those into a room, I might get 2 points. I really, really like those staff cards. I think they're really cool. And I like the fact that with the dice drafting, I'm taking all your points, but with the dice drafting,
you're good.
If there's not everything that, if there's dice out there, you're like, I really don't want those, then you have an opportunity to be able to re-roll those. The rules for those, for some reason, now John taught me this game and taught it really well. But, sometimes when somebody teaches me a game and I don't read the rules for the re-rolling, for some reason, I asked every turn that I was going to re-roll, and I would like, something did not click with me on when you re-roll the dice. Yeah. But I figured it out, after a while, but it took me a while. But anyway, the rule set is really simple. I think you taught the game in no time at all. We were up going in maybe 10-15 minutes or something. I mean, it's really fast, the teams.
Yeah.
I like all those things.
You got a lot of comments here, but I'll just share a few things. I mean, the best part of the game for me, I do like the dice drafting, but I think it's the patrons that are coming to your hotel and how they have that bonuses that you get on the bottom of the cards, and knowing which ones to take at the right time to get those bonuses, but also in conjunction with whenever you're sending them off to their rooms, there's certain colors. Like there's red, blue, and there's yellow. And then if you get a green patron, that's a patron. There's a wild card. So like try to figure out like the whole idea of like lining up everything right. I need to make sure I have the rooms available while it's bonus at the bottom of the car. That was a really good one, but also, man, I need a red one because I want to do this, and maybe I've got some in-game scoring. I started talking about the bottom of the card, but honestly, it's all of it together. Like the in-game scoring, the way that you can build your engine with your staff, and like you can play these staff cards that give you a one-time bonus, a perpetual bonus, every round bonus or something like that, and in-game scoring or whatever. And the way that all this game flows together, this game is amazing.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. I knew this when you were telling me the first time you played it, this game was going to be really high for you. I think you actually talked about this game on the podcast, if I remember right. Did you?
I didn't know. I think I just said that I got it for Christmas because I had played this before, but this is one of those ones where I'd played before, but it'd been, I don't know, it's probably been a year since the last time I played it. You get the game and you get to have those, back to back to back. That's why it wasn't on my top 50 last year, because I just hadn't played it enough. It will be this year. I love this game.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this game.
I'm totally with you. Now, going back to, I'll add a negative in this. Now, sometimes this game, you can build an engine that you want, that seems like a good engine. I'm speaking from experience from our last game that we played, which didn't sour like my score for the game. I still really love the game, but things weren't going the way that I wanted to, and it got kind of frustrating. Like the dice weren't rolling the way that I needed them to. The guests that were coming out weren't, and John was telling me, he was like, this is one of the games where you really need to pivot your strategy, which I think is totally right. My problem was I wasn't able to open up enough rooms, and the only way that I could do that is if I could get threes, and there were no threes rolling, right?
Like it was like one, and I would take it, or
yeah.
His thing, I think he was hoping for in a round for two or three to roll out. He just kept waiting, and it wasn't happening.
And not only that,
frustrating.
But I kept re-rolling sometimes, to be able to, and getting rid of a dice and re-rolling and hoping that would happen. The thing is, I had a ton of money in this game for that game, which I got destroyed in this game. Money is really tight in this game, but it was not for me. I had a lot, but the problem was I had so much money because I wasn't able to open up rooms and pay for cards to get in there. So, but it didn't sour my score. I just think that for me, it was a little bit of a negative. I tend to like games that don't feel as tight like that. That being said, this gets compared to, what are the games that we compare this to? Lorenzo Il Magnifico and Coimbra and Alma Mater, I guess, to an extent. It doesn't feel as tight as any of those games do. I think there's a lot, for me, it felt like there was more flexibility and it was more open to do things that I wanted to be able to do based on the cards that were in my hand. Would you agree with that? Or do you think it's as tight as this?
No, I mean, the Emperor track, so in Lorenzo Il Magnifico and stuff, there's definitely not only like the tightness of the spots on that board, but then you have to pay the thing to the church or whatever, faith to the church and all that. So like, it seems real. You can do fine on the Emperor track, which the Emperor track gives you victory points, but also every 3 times in the game, you're actually moved back on the track. And if you're still up to in a certain spot in the yellow color, then you're going to get a bonus. Or if you don't, you could actually not only spots you don't get anything, or you actually have a penalty. And I think that's easy to handle, though. I feel like it's all fairly easy to handle. It's just balancing it all well together. For some reason, this game just clicks with my brain.
John whips me in this game, and I've been winning a lot of games against John.
A lot of games.
Not this one at all. But it does not. Again, it does not like put any kind of damper on the score that I'm going to give this game, because for me, this is going to be a top 50 game too. This game is amazing. This has been at the top of my wish list for years, for a really long time now. And I'm so glad that I got to play this. This one's ranked 91 overall, and it came out in 2015. It's holding out there pretty strong, and I think this one deserves to be in the top.
I do too. I'm looking 100. Up. If you see me looking down, y'all, I'm looking at because I don't know if I want to. I gotta see I know what I've given it on BGG, but I might. I don't know. I might up it. Who knows?
He's gonna give it a 10.
No.
All right, I'm gonna give mine then while you're figuring that out. Is that good?
Yeah.
For me, this game is a 9. It's really up there.
You love this game.
Are you cheering? I thought you were looking at the score. By the way, no one's given us an update of the score. I don't think that I've seen on there. I think
I'm gonna do it.
This one, okay.
Go ahead.
9. It's a
9
9
is a big
time
score.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna give this a 9.5. Here's why.
John, when you're figuring out your scores, and it's usually am I going to give this a 9 or a 9.5? it's like the most excruciating thing for you. I mean,
I
seriously,
know,
it's like you're
I
doing
know.
brain surgery or something. It's like,
I
just give it a score.
I mean,
Come
I
on.
take I take this seriously. I do. Like, I love board games, and it's like, and I know I like to have fun with board games, but I really enjoy like trying to see what I like better. Here's why I decided to go for a 9.5. I've got it at a 9 now on BGG, but I'm bumping it up. Here's why: the time, the length of game. We can play this game in 1 hour, and it is so satisfying in 1 hour. All the combinations, and this is one of those games that makes you feel clever when you get this and that lines up with that, and then you go, boom, wow, yes, I scored the points. And plus, man, Jonathan beat me at it the first time, but I haven't lost since then. I want to play him again. Jonathan's not even on here tonight. What is he doing? If you're on there, Jonathan, I want you to come out of the woodwork.
Oh my goodness gracious!
But anyways, I do like I don't know, man. This just tickles everything. I
does that
love
make you
this
feel
game.
better because you're so good at this game compared to me.
Usually, I like a game better when I'm not good because then it gives me like a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about this. This is the reality. Like whenever I get beat a lot, like I've played Watergate twice and lost both times. I like.
Yeah, if I lose games a lot, I'm gonna give it a really low score. Except this one.
Yeah, I love this. All right, so let's see what some of the other folks say, or do you have something else to say?
I was gonna say I've only played this at 2. Anything that I've ever read on this game is that it plays best at 2. And a lot of people will say don't play it at 4. I have no idea if that's the case.
I haven't played it at 4, so
no idea. But 2, 3 is okay from what I've heard. But again, 2-player, that's what my rating is on.
I love this game, and I wish my wife liked it more.
Okay, what are other people saying?
All right, so we see that Roy says really enjoy Grand Austria Hotel. All right, love dice drafting games, and this does it so well. True, it does. It does. This is just really high score. Yeah. Nick says it's higher than I expected from John. Yeah, I mean, I really do. Like, I was really hesitant to, but I just really love this game. I can't wait for the expansions to come out. Did we talk about the expansions? The Waltz expansion. Then there's another.
I don't really know much about it at all.
Did Devin say something about that? Yeah, he said the holiday. Expand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about. Okay. Anyways, so that's good stuff. Let's see. Did anyone else make a comment about that just really quickly? And then Andrew Graham says it clicks with his brain. Also, really doesn't with certain people. My wife loves Zolkin, destroys me out. But then, yeah, that's how it is with my wife. Like, that's why, like, it's not even close. I'm just gonna be real. But she'll beat me at other. Like, I think she beat me at Zolkin last time we played. Maybe not. Yeah. Let's just say she did. Just to score points, my wife. But yeah. So it is. I think it is one of those things where it clicks or doesn't potentially. I just love it.
Yeah. 9 for me, 9.5 from John. That's an excellent game. Let's talk about our pick 6. Are we ready for
pick
that?
6, y'all? It's time to do it.
Woo!
Pick 6 in the house.
Can you do your light? Make it go.
Well, it's there's stuff back there. It's blocking it. Hold up. Can we dance for a minute together?
No, there's not any room on the camera.
Yes, there is. Hold up. Is it glow? Oh, I gotta get to the right mode. There it is. Pick 6. It's coming at you.
Do we have pick 6 music? Yeah, we do. We do have pick 6 music. We don't need your music.
Okay. All right, y'all. This is it. This is the grand finale of the show tonight. And I can't wait for the
score of the game. Have we gotten an update on the score? Did somebody say that?
No. I don't think so.
All right.
It's okay.
I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, obviously I care a little bit because I'm asking about it, but
wow.
Anyway.
Wow. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm excited about. I'm so excited about this. So this is pick 6. And for those of you who do not know, or maybe you're listening on the podcast, you're not on the live show here. This pick 6 is like we did last time when we did MeepleTown live. And that is, all right, we've got to cut that light from just, that's going to drive me insane. Sorry, the light's still glowing.
It's like a Family Feud style almost.
Yes, it's a Family Feud style. So we sent out questions to our guild. Did we do it? I thought that was it, right? Yeah. Board Game Geek Guild 3407. That's going to be a plug for the guild. We sent out a Google form to our guild and had
send that out on the Twitters.
We didn't.
That's all right.
We had more responses this time than last time, I think.
There we go. Okay.
And so we asked, Dean came up with 3 questions for me. I have 3 questions for Dean, and we have written down the top 3 answers of each. So I want you to go last.
Okay.
If you get
that's good because my last question is much better than any of the other ones, including yours.
I know. I want you to guess last.
No. I want you to guess last.
No. It needs to happen probably.
Oh man, mine's really good though.
Yeah, but we're gonna go on for a little while because I asked for some comments.
We don't know what our questions are. Okay, that's fine.
That's why.
Fine.
That's why. So if you get the number one answer, we get 1 point. The number two answer is worth 2 points, and the 3 points for the number one answer, 2 points for the number two, and 1 point for the number three answer. And we're gonna ask for your help, MeepleTown. So this is the reality. So Dean, you can ask me the first question right now.
First question is, you can't look over here.
I'm not. I promise you.
I'm trying to turn my computer.
There's no way. I'm not cheating. I don't like to win like that.
All right. Where are we? Okay. What? I threw John some softballs. I'm going to go ahead and say that. John's been losing. He's been losing a lot in board games that we've been playing other than Grand Austria Hotel. John needs a dub, right? You need a W.
Hey, we didn't talk about how we went back and looked at if you follow our YouTube channel. This is just real quick, y'all. Dean does beat me more than I beat him. Straight up. It's in my app. He definitely does. His winning percentage is like 55, 56% in my
It's
app.
not a lot.
But no, he does though. He does.
You
win. But whenever we went back and calculated all the complete playthroughs we did on YouTube, which we don't do them a lot. We did 12 last year. The record was 9-3 for me, and Dean was 3-9.
That was bad.
It's amazing how whenever the lights are on, he just chokes horribly.
So that bumps our percentage up quite a bit, maybe 60%. My 60% wins.
I don't know,
or something like that. We're gonna do more complete playthroughs this year. That's our goal for the year, and we're gonna keep in tally of those.
And we
did our first one.
And we did Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
It's posted yet? Though.
Nope. And so that will be posted later this week. And we did a complete playthrough, so you can see if Deanie or Johnny won that game and what we thought about it.
Please don't call me Deanie. All right, ready for my question?
Yes.
My first softball question is, my first two are softball questions. What is your preferred color to play in games?
Oh, that narrows it down. All right. So MeepleTown, let me know. Come on, I need your help. What's your preferred color?
You're going to get help?
That's what we did last time.
Hey, there's a Dean on here. Hey, Dean Muramato.
That's awesome.
Moto.
All right, come on, y'all.
I meet a lot of Deans, so I like when I meet them.
Give me some. What is your favorite color to play in MeepleTown?
Wait, these are the same people that asked the question, right?
Maybe.
That answered the question?
No, maybe not.
Okay.
We're going to get some help.
I don't need help.
This is what I think is happening right now, Dean. I think there is a delay from StreamYard that we're using. And so because of that, like I'm asking this question, it's going to take 15 seconds for people to actually start answering. Okay. All right. So Zachy says red. Okay. What the color of victory? What does that mean, Matt? Matt Walker says the color of victory.
If you don't know, you don't know. John.
I mean, I'm lean. Okay. Blue. Okay. So there we go. Now they're popping in here. It just took a minute to pop in.
I know it.
So we've got green, red, yellow, blue. Red. See, I'm a yellow guy now. I used to be red, and then Dean just kind of was like unbending with that one. I'm going red. I think red is what most people like to play with. Locked in. My final answer. It's the number one answer, right?
You seriously think that red is the number one answer?
I do.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, MeepleTown. You know what the MeepleTown are?
Yes.
Do you? I've got some of those in my house.
I know you do.
They did a poll to see what the most, like the color that people wanted the most. And if you won, like if you
guessed, probably blue.
I think it was blue.
Yeah.
If I remember
right.
But
I'm still guessing red for this one.
Do you think blue is the right answer on here?
Nope. I think it's red.
Okay. Oh no. It's not on here. Oh no. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Don't look at my computer. Don't look. Ready?
Are you kidding me, Dean?
Don't look. Look away. Look away.
I'm not looking.
The number one answer is not red. Red is the number 3 answer, though. John gets a point.
1 point? Are you kidding me?
1 point. Do you want to take other guesses?
Wow. Hold up. Where's my pen? I'm going to write this down, but that's ridiculous.
They say that geniuses listen to MeepleTown podcast and watch our YouTube videos. So if
we had more red than anything else, didn't we?
If geniuses listen...
I beat you at this last time. I'm already going to lose.
Come on. I'm giving you a clue right now. If geniuses listen to our podcast, then they're going to pick...
I have no idea. Green.
Did you ever see
Green.
Meet the Parents? Meet the Parents? You ever see that?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Green is the number 1 answer, which surprised me.
Really? That is super surprising.
Yeah, number 2 is blue, and then red, and then lots of
Wow.
other colors after that.
I'm really surprised.
Every color was listed on here at least once, but definitely green was it was. I think it was the runaway winner on this, if I remember right.
Wow,
I'm not looking at the form right now. I'm just looking at my notes that I took on here. So,
yep, with you about picking yellow because you don't have to fight for it. That's good. I'd like yellow as well, but
I heard other people that do that. That's a really good strategy, I think.
it is a good strategy. Well, I'm done with this game. This game is stupid. I'm going home.
How many people put green on the live feed?
Several.
Nick just put it on there, but
yeah, a couple of them.
Okay.
All right, Dean. So since this is a board game podcast, I'm going to ask a question that has nothing to do with board games. Out of the 3 questions, one of them has to do with board games. So is that right? Is that okay? Dean, and this one is just for you. Okay, this is for you because you're going to love this question.
Okay.
What is the greatest music decade of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time. The greatest music decade of all time.
We've talked about this.
I know, and I want you to think of what the people say.
I'm interested to see what people will say in the comments. Do you want me to go ahead and say what my favorite one is?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
That might be my answer, though. I don't know yet. My favorite's the 90s.
Okay.
I love 90s music a lot. I prefer
Sister 80s, Hazel all day long.
80s movies over 90s movies, but 90s music over 80s music. But people love their 80s music, and people like, what is it called?
There's
like candy pop stuff from like the 50s, 60s or something like that. Not candy pop.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum pop. Bubblegum.
But I mean, then you got the 60s rock and roll, and you have 70s, all that. I mean, there's some really...
And we're not even talking about the aughts and aught 10s, right?
So Zachy says the 80s easily. All right.
The 1790s.
Matt walks to 1790s. Yeah.
Matt. I like Matt. That's funny. Matt, whenever John leaves the show, Matt, you might have a shot at picking up my co-host.
Class of 89. 80s. Nice. There you go. That's good.
Class I'm a child of the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s. Oh boy. 1980s.
But you're going to go with your gut
with
90? You're going to go with MeepleTown that says the 80s? You're going to go with just something different. Just go, you know what?
People love 80s music.
80s for sure.
Okay. Comments have swayed my vote.
Really?
I will say, oh man. I'm going to say 80s. 80s music, final answer, lock it in. Boom.
80s is the number one answer. All right.
So I am the winner of the game. Turn it off.
It's going to be hard to come back potentially.
Thanks for coming down to MeepleTown.
Would you like to know what the number 2 answer is?
I don't even care. No, I'm going to say 1790s is 90s.
90s.
Yeah. Okay.
The number 3 answer.
70s.
60s, which I think would be my answer.
Yeah.
The 60s was amazing.
70s has a lot of really good music too.
Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I like the 90s and the 80s too, but the 60s was awesome. I mean, there's so much that was changing.
Name one song that came out in the 1790s. I would like to know that.
All right.
If it's one that we could hear, that we've heard before.
1 to 3.
Okay.
All right. Next question, Dean.
Purple rain. Somebody put that in there. All right. Ready? Close your eyes. All right.
Let's close my eyes. Oh my gosh. Come on. I'm not looking over there, I promise.
All right, here's another.
Obviously, I got...
No kidding. This is a softball question. I'd like everyone to know that John won this game last time, all right?
It wasn't even close, remember?
Do you remember what my questions were last time? The best come on game, not named Blood Rage. You got that one right, if I remember right. Your favorite theme and thematic board games.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to have a game night with a sitcom cast, who would it be?
That's where I didn't do as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I got 3.
My number 2 went with another softball question. What is...
We didn't start the fire. Billy Idol, 1776. That's good, Bryce. You made
that's close enough. Close enough to the 1790s.
Okay. What are you going to say? We didn't
come back from that now. All right. What is the most overused theme in board games? Now, John, this is a softball question.
Well, I mean, all right, I'm going to wait for MeepleTown.
Close your eyes, because I don't remember what the answer is.
Well, this is like, I mean, you say that, but space is used all the time. We just talked about space. Hotel management is used all the time.
I can't tell you how many games I've played that use hotel management as their theme.
So first thing, farming, I feel like could be up there.
Devin said trains. Yep.
Trains.
Trading in the Mediterranean. That's
Fantasy
right.
is really high. There's fantasy everything, but people love. That's the thing is I'm afraid that with like space or fantasy, if I choose one of those two, that people really do like those themes, so they might be less on saying that trading in the Mediterranean, zombies. Yes. Oh man.
That's a lot.
I need some consensus here.
That's tough. I like asking the theme questions to John
Roy
because
said space.
none of his games have good themes. What is the most overused theme in John's games? Probably trading in the Mediterranean or farming.
Here's why I'm going to say space.
Okay.
Because I just think it's going to come to people's minds.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's a good safe answer.
It's a safe answer.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're locking in space.
It's locked in.
Is the number 2 answer. Number 2 answer.
Dang it.
Do you want to re-guess in there? Or no, you good?
Farming.
Farming is the number 3 answer, actually.
Is it like fantasy or no?
No, it is zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah, zombies
I thought
was the
that's a good
runaway
answer, Zach. You think I probably should have gone that.
Yeah, zombies was the runaway leader on that one for sure.
There he goes. Nailed it.
I saw cats in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, at
there's
first
been a
I
lot of
saw
cat
that and I
games.
laughed and I'm like, no, actually, there's a lot of cat games that have come out in recent years.
Yeah.
A decent amount, or at least have cats present in the game. Okay, close your
Wow.
eyes. Close your eyes. There was a couple in here, I think, and I did not write these down.
Okay.
Oh no,
it's
not
3-3 right now, which is what really stinks.
Okay, so birds. I saw birds on there.
Really?
Vikings, which actually there are a lot of Vikings. I think that could
understand,
but it was not in the top 3.
Okay. So what I need Dean to do is swing and miss so that we can be tied going to the last round. So Dean, do you mind just completely missing this next one?
I can't do it. I don't know how to lose, John.
I'm giving you not too hard questions. I mean, that was easy. Everyone was going to guess the 80s.
Yeah.
This is the only board game question.
Oh man, come on, Eileen is stuck in my head now.
Why are you doing that to me? Who is the greatest board game designer of all time?
Oh man. Oh, we didn't. We've only done our list of that. I thought we've done this before, but we have not. Oh, that was okay. You know what's funny? That was in my list of questions to put, and then I decided not to do that. We don't talk about these at all. I have no idea. Chuck Norris.
We got Lacerda on here. Knizia.
Milton Bradley. It's hard to argue with that. That's right.
And then you did say it. Let's just Chuck Norris. Correct answer. You win, Andrew.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Kiesling Kramer.
Can I, if I say both of those,
Rosenberg,
would it include both of those?
A couple of those. While you're thinking, our buddy Ben wants to know what's your favorite bird game, Dean. And my first board game I remember playing, Ben, I don't know, like Monopoly, maybe.
Wingspan is my favorite bird game. I don't know if I know of any other birds. I've been playing a lot of Wingspan on the Nintendo Switch, by the way. All right, focus, Dean.
So
okay.
Rosenberg,
Who
Feld,
designed
Shim. Shim is Royce's favorite right now. There's a good ones.
Okay, here's the thing. Hey, let me talk through this because this is a tough one. I think I could swing and miss on this one. I think I could put a safe answer and say Uva and it be in the top 3. It might even be the first one, but I think it would be in the top 3, which means that would be the route that I would want to go because I don't think Martin Wallace is going to be on the list. I think Reiner Knizia could potentially be on it. I think Kiesling or Kramer could be on that list. Oh,
well, there's
boy.
one name that you haven't even said that I'm just surprised that you haven't said when you were just thinking through it in your mind.
Eric Lang?
No.
Eric Lang is my favorite one. Oh, yeah, you're right. Stefan Feld could very
that's what
well
I was
be.
wondering why you didn't.
Nobody said Stefan Feld. I guess that's what I was thinking.
Garfield.
Richard Garfield is a good one,
Bet
too.
on Rosenberg. Bet Rosenberg be the most popular. Luciani and Knizia. Or Pfister. Yeah, that was another one I was kind of interested why you didn't say that. So we've got a lot going on out there.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to go with. I think
if you get, I'm just going to stop, just to pull out the drama.
okay.
If you get the number one answer, it's not over for sure. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if you did, you have the win.
Can you do double points on the last one?
You could, if you miss the last one, you might miss.
You'll miss mine.
Okay.
Actually, maybe not. There's a chance you can get it.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, okay. I'm going to go with Stefan Feld because I think Stefan Feld at least could make the top
wheel.
3. Although, okay, here's my guess. Uwe, Stefan, and Knizia would be on that list. That's your top 3, right?
Okay.
Feld.
Okay. You nailed the top 3.
Is that right?
That's exactly
all
right.
3 of those?
Feld is number 2. So that was a good get. That was
Uwe
good.
was number 1.
Uwe was number 1.
Man,
And
I should have gone with my
was
gut.
number 3.
Man, that I should have gone
I was
with my gut
surprised
on
that you
one.
weren't saying Feld early. Like I didn't. I was trying to like say that. I didn't want you. I was trying not to act like I was throwing you off because I wasn't. But I was just kind of surprised. So so I'm still in the game.
That's right.
It's 5-3.
Although
going into
I'd be
the last round.
super surprised if you got the number 1 answer on my final one.
But if I get the number 2 answer and you whiff, then let's get into a tie.
Okay.
I
should have gone with Uwe. Why did I not do that? I knew it in my gut.
I might have guessed Feld though, if I was in your shoes too.
Do you think we would have gotten different answers if I'm the one who asked that question? I'm intrigued by that.
I don't know.
I should have asked.
It was just to the guild. I'm
gonna ask it next time.
You like that question? You liked my question, huh?
I like the question anyway. Yeah, that's a good question. All right, my last one is if this is board game podcast related. All right.
Okay.
If residents of MeepleTown were given a name,
oh boy,
Michiganders, Tennesseans, Canadians, okay, what would it be? If we gave them a name.
This is not this is a question. See, I try to ask questions where you can guess the right answer. There's no way I'm going to guess this.
Well, here's what happened. I gave you 2 softball questions. I mean, you should have got number 1 on both of those. They were easy questions. Softballs.
MeepleTonians.
Is that your answer? You don't want to hear what everyone else has to say?
Let's see what everyone else has to say, but that's what I'm going. That was my gut.
Okay. All right. Let's see what. Well, we got a delay again. So this is one that actually could require some thinking. You don't think that's a good question?
It's fun. It's fun, but it's like when I pick questions, I try to pick ones where I know that there's probably 10 to 15 answers at the most. This is like a billion. There's a billion things. That
a billion?
A billion. Oh, yeah, there is a billion. You can call yourself anything you want.
Yeah, but like, is that what the meeps? Meeps. I like that.
I don't think anyone's like the meeps. Okay. Maybe I should just go with the
Somebody
meeps.
put MeepleTown. MeepleTown. All right. The meeps, the Meeple creeps. Oh, that's what John's followers are called.
This is what your son calls us. That was Devin that put that on there. The Meeple. It's weird. There's a delay, and then all of a sudden, like 1,000 comments just start posting through here.
Okay. Do you have your answer? Are you still Meeple Teens? I think I saw on there. Somebody put on there.
Meeps, Meeple creeps, Meeple Teens. Oh man, this is tough. Wow.
The reason why I asked that question,
down.
this question, is because I thought maybe we can change it up a little bit. Maybe, right? No, you don't like it. All right, do you have your answer? What's your answer?
This is just such a throw a dart against the wall. I could say any of these, but I've got to say one of these. Like, no, I mean, obviously was there a second of something? Meepletons.
Actually, yeah, the Shady Panthers were the. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, Meat Peeps. I mean, like, these are good names and stuff.
Meepins. Hey Jay.
Meeple Bros. Oh my gosh.
Meepans. All right, Townies. Okay. All right, come on, man. Just
all
come
right.
up with
I don't know. I want to win this game, and I want to have the right answer.
What do you need to win right now? What do you need to tie?
I need at least 2. I at least have to get the second.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say the Meeps.
John.
Yeah.
The Meeps is the number 1 answer.
No, it's not.
It is. No joke. No joke. Okay, I did include. There was one meep.
Yeah, Ryan,
in there, and I included the meep into the meeps. So yeah, it was the number 1 answer. We also had the Meepletonians, which was the number 2 answer.
No way.
Yeah, seriously. And then the Meepletons was the number 3 answer. My favorite answer. the taxpayers. That's what somebody said, the taxpayers. And I'm like, well, if somebody is paying taxes to MeepleTown, I'm not seeing any of that.
Oh yeah,
None of
that'd
it.
be awesome.
Yeah. All right.
That's
We have
an announcement today.
Can we start charging
Everyone
taxes?
is going to start charge. Yeah,
to MeepleTown. We can do whatever we want. I'm the king. You're the
Matt Walker says sup Meeps.
Prince.
He's already using it.
Sup Meeps. All right.
Sup Meeps. All right.
You like that? Hey, I'm really impressed by that. By the way,
Meeps.
I thought you were going to stick with Meepletonians, and I thought, I might have a chance of winning.
That was awesome.
So now that I have to get something on this.
You have to be impressed.
I'm very impressed.
That a gut reaction though to say Meepletonians when I hadn't even gotten a clue.
That's right. Yeah.
We have never even had this conversation before, have we? Oops. Have we? Anyway.
Have we had this question before?
I'm talking about just me and you.
No. I wanted to come up with something that we've never talked about at all. Like there was nothing going on that.
Okay. I did ask for comments on this. I'd like to read them at the end because y'all are pretty smart. Fart.
How old are you? Y'all are pretty fart. Oh my goodness gracious!
If you know,
this is me
always,
walking out of the studio.
Okay, so to open up this question, Dean always talks about nasty pizzas and stuff. For some reason, he loves to talk about nasty pizzas. I asked everyone last year. The last question was, "What is the best pizza topping of all time?" Right? This year, my question is, actually, it is a new year. If Dean were a pizza topping, what topping would he be?
That's a good question. I like that. I can tell you the answer. If John were a topping, John would be full on cheese, no doubt. John is cheese. He's cheesy, very cheesy. He laughs at fart jokes. That's John.
You started him. Okay. With your son's comment.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, your son.
Okay, all right. Well, no, that was an actual thing that was said, and it's funny. That's funny. And Olive, liver.
I'm forever 12. That's exactly right. I'm glad. I'm happy to be forever 12. My brother was saying that over Christmas. He's like, "You're just a big kid." I'm 37 now, and act like I'm 12. I'm cool with that.
I'm a real boy. All right.
Olive?
And olive and liver is all we have right now. I tell you what, that's doing to my self-esteem.
This is bad. This is bad. If Dean were a pizza topping, what would it be?
Literally no one else is putting any comments in there. Which
I think it's got a backlog. I think it's one of those things where all of a sudden it's going to go and we're going to get a bunch of comments.
I feel very, very self-conscious right now. If Dean were a pizza topping, donut. No, also not making me feel good. Ham. I like ham.
They didn't ask us. There you go.
I mean, I don't like ham because I don't. It's Jay. They didn't ask us. Hey, listen to They Didn't Ask Us podcast where they talk about all kinds of nerdy things, not board games, but movies and things like that. Vegan sausage.
Vegan sausage. Here they come.
Okay. All right.
Ham,
Larissa, that's a good answer.
Durian. So you have to get look. So it's just to build this up. It's 6-5.
Wait, is durian the stink fruit? Is that what that is? Okay. All right.
I've had durian in Taiwan. I didn't think it was as bad as people say, but it wasn't pleasant either. I mean, it wasn't. It was just okay. Kind of like a lot of board game art.
I showered a few times a week there, Ryan. So
Italian sausage, vegan sausage, the sauce, onion, pepperoni,
the sauce.
All of a sudden they just start popping through.
The worst pizza topping, says your son. Oh my
Sorry, my son just got on here. Dean he just wrote, my son Jonah just wrote the worst pizza topping. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Way to go, Jonah. Way to go,
also
buddy.
Does not make me feel better. Okay.
Parmesan cheese.
Okay. The lamest of the cheeses. Okay. All right. Man, this is not making me feel good about myself. Old cheese. Okay. All right. Thanks.
So you have to at least get one of the top 3 here.
Okay. All right. I got to go ahead and do this. I got to do this. All right. Okay. I'm going to say, can I be broad about this?
I'll let you be fairly broad. I'll be generous.
So if I get a category of this, so if I said,
if
I said meat, it would be one of.
No, you can't be that broad. Sliced apple, sage, and pork. There you go. That's true. That's why I don't know why you're not guessing candy corn.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, one of those. I didn't think about putting that on there. Candy corn pizza would be very good. I love mushrooms on pizza.
There you go. Ryan goes for mushrooms. Oh, pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know what to do with this.
Jay says pickle.
We have
bacon.
about 30 answers on here. None of them are the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I thought this would be easier whenever I came out with it.
Can I say vegetables? Is that a good category? Can I throw that as my answer?
What? I guess what
You're gonna tell me I have to be more specific.
I'm not. I'll let you say that.
Are you gonna do that because it's not on there?
It's on here. I'll let you say it.
What do I need to tie?
You need one.
So you just told me that I've gotten it then, right?
Number 3 answer was bell peppers.
Okay. You know what's funny? I was actually going to say bell
which
peppers.
means that we just tied in this game.
Okay. All right.
That's good.
No, it's not good.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Dean and John tied in the game.
I need to know what the other ones are.
I will in a second.
Okay.
Let me get the.
You want to know what my gut said?
Oh, Gene and John.
Gene and John. Okay, here's what I was going to say, John. Done with your dancing. I was going to say cheese. That was going to be the thing that I said.
It's the number 1 answer.
Oh,
I thought you would get a number 1 answer.
I'm in front of the camera. I'm in front of the camera.
That's it. You choked. You had a huge lead. Huge. And you choked it away.
You
were like the Steelers yesterday playing against the Browns.
You were
Go Browns.
Definitely. I'm actually, I think, rooting for the Browns for the Super Bowl.
I definitely
by the
am.
way.
They were my team before the Titans.
I think given the answer Meeps, as you know, everybody said Meeps on there. That helps you out. Nobody said cheese.
One person said Meeps.
Parmesan cheese on here.
One person said Meeps, and more than one person said
What?
cheese. Old cheese, Parmesan cheese. Okay. So here's the kind of
No. You had like 7 Meeps as your answer, by the way.
There was one. Come on there.
I don't think that's
if
right.
you count Meeps.
Yeah,
you counted that in the
yeah,
thing.
I did count that.
I mean, if you want to count that, that's fine.
Meeps, like Roadrunner. That's actually what it said.
I know. I like that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So here's some of the comments, though. Do you want to hear what people think about you?
Oh, I think I know what they think about me after they put it on here.
Okay. Let's see what they say.
Wait, what was the number 2 answer?
Mushrooms. So you almost won when you said mushrooms at the end there.
Okay.
All right. So let's just see. We got bacon, the ingredient you didn't know you needed it until it wasn't there and then you couldn't do without it. Wow. That's a nice comment. You didn't know you needed it. Didn't know you really needed him. But when you're like, wow,
you need Dean in your life is what you need.
Obviously, he's the pizza sauce.
He's the sauce.
I wish I had who wrote these here. For one, he holds the whole thing together. Secondly, he can just be so saucy sometimes.
Why? They did not need that.
Okay. Someone wrote sardines because he's salty.
Okay.
There you go.
Salty Dean. I can handle that.
Ham and pineapple because some right people say it shouldn't be on a pizza.
Oh,
dang.
ouch.
That hurt right
Ouch.
there, huh? That stinks.
Hey, what is I don't know. What's the name and address of that person that wrote that?
It doesn't tell me. It's all anonymous. Vegan pepperoni because he talks a lot about being vegan.
Hey, did everyone know that
I feel like he talks more about the meatier topics within each game as well. Goes more in depth about why he likes or doesn't like each game.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Did I mention that I'm a vegetarian? I'm not vegan. Everyone needs to know who's vegetarian and who's vegan in the room, right?
I'm neither.
Okay.
I am for 2 weeks now. I'm doing a vegan thing for these 2 weeks. Is horrible. It's actually not. All right. So diced tomato, it balances the other more extreme toppings. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, it makes total sense.
That's good. Green pepper, fresh and crunchy.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right.
that's good. That's
How
good
about
stuff. Just in general, that's good on pizza.
Here's one of the cheese, because some of these people just wrote the cheese or whatever, but
okay. Cheese,
consistent, not too flashy, sometimes underappreciated, but almost universally loved.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think so. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, come on, phone. I know what one of them was. One of them was mushroom because he's a really fun guy.
I like that. I love the pun.
The last one was cheese. Doesn't spice things up, but is fundamentally needed for a good pizza.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd not with me not spicing things up. I think you take me out of the show and then it's just John talking about fart jokes. That's what I think.
That's untrue. You talk about them more than I do.
I don't think you would get many board games talked about.
That is true. I probably wouldn't talk about a lot of board games if it was just me doing this.
Why did I not go with cheese on that?
So we ended up tying.
Okay.
That means we need to hold hands the rest of the episode.
Why?
Friends forever. How about that?
You know what song stuck in my head is "Come On Eileen" because talking about Tommy Boy and
Dang
somebody
it,
said
dude.
they
It got out of my head and now it's back. Stop doing that.
Okay. Hey, that's going to be it for episode number 67. I think our second live episode. We want to do this again. So at some point we will do that again. John, tell people how they can get in touch with us.
If you're enjoying our channel, our podcast, whatever, however you're consuming this content, we'd love for you to subscribe to it, leave us a review, go to MeepleTown Games for all of our stuff, even some MeepleTown swag, MeepleTownGames.com. Go to @MeepleTown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to MeepleTown. Okay, John, I know that you thought about this, all right? You thought about this for yourself.
We enjoyed it, y'all. Yes.
We thought, okay, we can talk in just a minute, but you thought about this for yourself. What's your topping? What would you be on the pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Or what would you describe me as?
Okay, I didn't think. Oh, you?
No, you're pretty self-absorbed. I'm pretty sure you thought about
it. No, I didn't. I don't even cross my mind. It didn't even cross my mind. I like cheese or mushroom or something. I think they kind of nailed it. Because I mean, you don't eat meat, and you are like
a fun guy.
It makes sense. Cheese makes sense. Like you have to have cheese.
Yeah, but
you're not like in your face.
Parmesan cheese or
I'm probably like
mozzarella.
Deadgum like spicy pepperoni something that some people really like and other people are like that's terrible.
I would say like jalapeno, something you really enjoy beforehand and
afterwards.
Yeah,
after you chew on it for a while.
After digestion, after you digest the things that John has to say, maybe not so much.
Spicy.
Okay, we'll stick around. That's going to do it for the podcast, but we'll stick around for a little bit. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about, we'll stick around for a little bit.
Okay, we'll stick around for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not
John,
super
you're a
long.
banana pepper. I'm down with that.
It's Johnny late night here. It's bedtime here.
If anyone has questions they want to ask us because it's time. It's time.
It is time.
I'm checking the football game is what I'm doing.
Oh, dude, I just pulled that up.
Are they whipping them?
It is 21-14. Alabama winning. Okay, I'm good with that.
That's not so bad. Do you want Alabama to win?
You don't understand.
I know you.
How much
I know.
dislike.
I'm the same exact way. The opposite. Though.
Okay, yeah,
we're the same way. Are we back to Darwin's Journey? I have. It looks really pretty. I just haven't got a chance to really look into it. Have you, Dean?
No, but I'm a part of this Facebook chatting group that talks about games, and it's all the rage in that group. They're really hype on it. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at anything for it other than I've seen the board and that's it. But I would like to look more into that one. It seems really interesting.
Yep. Ryan, have we played Praga yet? No. Is it here yet or no?
No. This week. I think I'll have this week, I think. And John's going to be gone next week. So who knows
part of next week.
Yeah. So we don't really know what the schedule is going to be like in the next couple weeks. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos that I need to put out. That's not going to be the two of us. And then we get back. I have Bonfire now. We've got Praga coming in. For that. What else do we have to do?
I've got Hallertau coming when it releases. So that's going to be a minute.
Hansa Teutonica, big box. If we can get that played.
Cool.
So there's several on there, but Praga will be coming in this week.
Yeah. All right.
Nick, I think it was. Oh, wait,
I'm gonna go for whatever we say. Would you guys ever have a meep on the podcast? Yes. We should think about that.
Oh,
would we ever have a meep on the podcast?
I was like, "What's a meep?" We spent 30 minutes talking about this.
Yeah, maybe we should do something where we do some kind of a challenge or something, and whoever wins gets to be on the podcast.
Hold on, go that, and then we'll come back to Nick's for just a second. Okay. Royce, let me go back to Royce for just a second. Let me just say this: John and I would do a lot more live stuff in general, and do more we have backlogs of guests that we want to have on the for YouTube. It's just scheduling. Honestly, honest to goodness, our schedules can be really difficult sometimes.
That could lead into the next question.
Yeah, it can. It definitely can. So go on to the next question.
This is a great question, actually. Is Dean a pastor? Because he talked about counseling and weddings before.
That's right. Yeah. It's funny you say that. I actually just got a text today about doing a wedding. Yes, I am a pastor. I work with college students, a university campus minister is my title. I run a nonprofit that works with college students, and I do a decent amount of weddings, and I do a lot of premarital counseling, which I absolutely love doing.
You actually like doing that?
Oh, I love premarital counseling. It's one of my favorite things that I do. I absolutely love it.
Here's the really funny thing, I think. the guy that's unzipping Dean's jacket, I'm actually Dean's pastor.
He's my pastor. That's right. Ew.
That's true. That's a true statement.
Unfortunately.
Actually, Dean goes to the church that I'm a pastor of. Yeah. So there we go. That's how we met, actually, isn't it, Dean?
Well, Dean used to go. He's not going to go anymore.
Yes, right. Yep, the one that makes it unkid friendly and unzips Dean's jacket.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
pretty. That's the truth. That is the truth. So yeah. All right. So what's the next board games you want to play?
Between like us play. Is that what I'm guessing? That's like just us two in general.
I just think
here's what I
Bonfire think. Probably for me.
I think Bonfire is probably
the
I'm
most excited about. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Bonfire might even be our next podcast potentially. We'll see.
Maybe. Hopefully, actually.
Yeah.
I think that would be really
maybe
cool.
Praga on top of that. But I would say Bonfire is probably because we actually have that one in and it's ready to go.
Ryan asked, we thought about filming our collections. Yes.
I thought about it the other day, actually.
Yeah, I did too. So, and I was waiting to clean some stuff up, honestly. It's all cleaned up now. So anytime, Dean, we should do a video on that.
Can I tell you what I will not do though?
Take all stuff out of boxes.
I'm gonna go on my shelf, okay? I'm not gonna do my closet. It's what I call the review closet. There's a lot of like junk in there, that things that we need to review, things that we've reviewed that I might be getting rid of, like a lot of that. So I doubt I'll go in that closet, but as far as like my main shelves, I definitely want to do that for sure. Yep.
Yes.
Daniel Aber says, there's my good boy.
How about that?
Daniel is one of the funniest people on the planet, by the way.
Dude, look at that. Look at that kangaroo. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty jelly right now.
Yeah. Think it's real?
Yes. Top 5 games that you would want an expansion. Ooh, I'm just going to throw a few out there. Absolutely, Grand Austria Hotel would be on that list. And there is an expansion coming for that. Wow. I'm trying to think of what doesn't have an expansion is what I'm trying to think through right now.
I gotta pull out my collection.
Like, let's do that real quick.
Riverdale, does that have an expansion? I've talked about this before. Imperial Settlers Empire of the North. I want to see expansions that are different than the expansions that we have in the other game. So that's one that I've kind of thought about a decent amount. A lot of the ones that I'm looking at in my top games have a lot of expansions, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of them.
I was going to say a lot of these do have expansions. Oh, I don't know. Does it need it? But Le Havre, I mean, it does kind of have like a mini expansion sort of thing for those cards. Nothing in a while.
A lot of these do. Taverns of Tiefenthal, potentially. It's got modules in the game, but like
they are coming out with new ones, I think.
Is that right?
I think so. Google it.
Oh,
I could be wrong, but I think they're coming out with another one. Ryan says 5 Iron Frenzy. Hey, do you remember 5 Iron Frenzy?
I do. Doesn't this have a
I'm looking here while
you're right. This year it's getting an expansion.
Yeah,
how about
it
that?
just came. I think they just released that. So
okay.
Newton, maybe? I wouldn't mind having a little.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Newton's a good game. I don't think there actually is an expansion. Never mind.
It's like a mini expansion.
It's a mini expansion. Okay. Yeah, it's a mini expansion. I forgot about that. I probably need to pick that up maybe. I'm very definitive on that.
I've got a lot of games that already have expansions.
That's where I'm at too.
Or like a lot of expansions too.
And Tapestry just came out with one. I was just thinking for you that would probably be one if it didn't have one.
Yeah, I consider it has one that I haven't even brought to the table.
Does Ginkopoulos have an expansion? Because that might be worth it.
No.
I know one.
It does, but the new one coming out, I don't think is going to have the expansion. So yes,
Amerigo. They do have the Queenie,
yeah.
But if they could fix some of the stuff in that game could be so.
By
really
fix
high.
things, you mostly mean add more tech tiles. That's the biggest thing for that one.
Yeah, that would be really high. What do y'all think? Are there any expansions out there that you all are like? Nick Hayes put 5 Iron Frenzy. Look at this Star 59. How those guys? Remember those guys? You don't know Starflyer.
No, Starflyer.
Look at that.
I got it.
Talking about music. Okay. So there you go.
All right, we missed some questions. Right?
Form Trajanum. Did I jump over one?
That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a really good call. I like that game, man. I like that game. Now these guys are like coming out with all these like 90s Christian bands. Sixpence None the Richer. Now, I grew up in the like I
what was the big Sixpence song that came out?
Kiss Me.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. That song, if I remember right, was in one of the best 90s movies of all time.
Ooh. What is that?
She's All That.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. That
I
game
did watch that.
that movie is
I
phenomenal.
did watch that when I was in. I don't know.
The main character is Dean. Dean goes to prom with Lainey.
We're not. No, we're not.
I went to prom with Lane.
Ryan says that
About
Dominion could use an expansion. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan.
Roy
It
says
doesn't have enough
Coimbra and
expansion.
Pioneer Days. Coimbra would be good. I wouldn't mind seeing an expansion for that. Here's another quick question.
Royce, if I remember right, Royce is the one who loves Pioneer Days. I could be wrong about that. It might be somebody else I'm thinking of.
So what hobbies do we have outside of board games, Dean? I have
painting miniatures. I've got other things that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy writing. Honestly, I've written my boys some children's books over the past year, and I want to do more of that. I enjoy hiking. Tennis has always been a big part of my life. So, yeah.
Music is a big part of mine, or has. I'm a jack of all traits, master of none. I can play a little of a lot of things, but I'm not really great at anything. It's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. I used to rock climb a lot until I just didn't have enough time to rock climb. So, yeah, I don't know.
I like to travel when I can.
I just started working out at the gym. So before too long, y'all, I'm going to be massive. Oh, look at that, Dean.
My goodness.
Kiss my bicep.
You don't watch Friends. Never mind. I was about to make a reference there.
There's Burford.
Yeah, I think it was. Hey, Steven.
Yeah. Have we ever tried, Dean, to make my own expansion or a new game and do I don't house rule anything much. There's a couple games that I think I might.
I try not to. There's actually a game that we reviewed in the not like this year that I said I might house rule. But then I changed my mind about that. It was Glasgow, and I don't want to house rule. I think it's not my favorite, but I'm not going to house rule. The rule that I didn't like in that game.
Yeah. I always have a game churning in my mind. I do. I regularly think about. I was thinking about this last week. I had all these ideas, and we just have so much going on. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay, let me give you an insight into John and I in this. Okay, you've heard us talk about the 30 Minutes to Nowhere podcast that we're going to do here soon, like maybe even this week if we get time. But we get going on these things, and we're like, if John and I made this our full-time thing, which we can't, but if we did, we would do lots of things, and one of those I think would be designing a game. Not that it would be good, but just so that we could do it. But we've talked about it a lot. That we both will have these ideas, and we'll bounce ideas off each other, and kind of it's just the time. I mean, I would rather right now. I think both of us want to put more time into MeepleTown and doing this stuff. But anyway,
it's got to get those monies.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. But
I love the community of board games because there's a lot of people who design expansions and then they actually get published, which I think is cool because you don't see that in any other realm.
Yeah. Hey, there's one for Raise Arcana, some expansions. That's good. That was Zachy.
Oh, hey, you and Jonathan were talking about Russian
Ultimate Railroads.
Tell me about that. You and Jonathan were talking about it.
They just gave a teaser picture of it. I think I don't know if I didn't know much else. I haven't gone into it. I mean, I think that you're going to have the expansions in it and stuff. So it's enough to have me I'm thinking about putting my game up on Geek Market just because I have so many games to play. I can wait a year if it takes a year.
Yeah.
So I might sell while it's still fairly valuable.
You should have Nick's up there, or do you have?
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
Would y'all ever consider coming to Huntsville, Alabama when they have Rocket City game days? Yes, unfortunately, if it's MLK weekend, I think it's every year that it's MLK weekend. I help organize a conference in Florida, and so I'm gone every weekend that year. Except this year, we had to cancel it, but you also had to cancel Rocket City game days. So anyway, yes, I would love to. My parents live like 30 minutes from Huntsville. I just time frame can't do it.
Yep. Do the last question for Roy, and then we'll be
okay
with that.
Right.
So go ahead and put it up there if you don't mind.
I don't know if I know how to.
Sorry, I was just click on it.
Okay.
It's so easy.
Now that the Titans are out of the playoff, who is losing to the Packers in the Super Bowl?
That's a correct statement. I would pick the Packers to beat the Titans, even if they were still in it.
Royce, I can't do it. I can't say that they're going to win because I'm a Lions fan, unfortunately. I'm rooting for the Browns.
I'm just looking at this to verify.
And I think the Browns are a
that's
good team,
probably
by
it.
the way. I don't think they're going to win, but I will
Yeah.
root for them because it would be cool to see them win. And I'll be honest with you, it gives me hope as a Lions fan that we can do something with our organization because they did.
This is just a vanilla pick, but I'm going to say the Chiefs.
Okay. You're not going to say the Ravens. The
they're just
Ravens
so
are good too.
Who?
The Ravens.
They are good. They are good. They beat us, but I don't think we were elite. I thought we were a good team, but not
This
elite.
is the safe pick, John. You pick the 2 number 1 seeds.
I'm just
you pick
being
the
real.
Packers and you pick the Chiefs.
I'm just being real.
I'll say the Ravens. I don't think it is.
I feel like
I'll say the Browns.
I feel like those teams are in a class by their own. Is why I'm picking that. Then it gets a little bit muddled. The Saints are decent, but anyways, all right, that's it.
Yep. All right. That is it. Hey, don't forget though, if anyone is still on here, if you guys have questions, make sure to send it to meepletownmail@gmail.com. And we'll talk about those on podcasts in weeks to come. I think that's going to do it for this, all of this.
All right.
Yep.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.